All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get this started with the last session here, session six, about turnkey customer portals, and it's going to be hosted by Wes Hayter. Turn it over to Wes.
All right, thanks, Tom. Thanks everyone for sticking with us today. My name is Wesley Hayter. I'm the Modern Workplace Manager here at Turnkey Technologies, and my session today is going to cover the Turnkey Customer Portal. A quick review of the agenda here. We're going to start by doing a quick customer portal overview, including where it is or where to find it, what it is, how to receive and accept an invitation, your options for signing into the portal. Then we'll go through a quick portal demo just to show how to create a support case and manage any existing cases that you might have open. And finally, we will close with a quick discussion on the Cloud Solution Provider program here at Turnkey. And as always, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat box and we'll address them at the end of the session. All right, so the group here, I assume maybe you aren't aware, maybe you are, that we have a customer portal out on the website. If you aren't aware, this is what it looks like. Www.turnkeytech.com. You can see in the top right corner, I've got a little link to the client portal. Clicking on that link will land you here on this page, and I'm going to go through a little bit of the registration piece here first, but just to give you a quick demo of a quick example of what are some of the things you can do on this page, including managing existing support requests, create new ones, view project status, and even register for upcoming events. So, as I mentioned, I assume maybe the group here is not familiar with the customer portal, or have not yet been invited to it. So, if you're interested in learning more, or you want to get access to the portal itself, reach out. Reach out to your account manager or the consultant you're working with. Really, anybody at Turnkey. Just let them know you want to be invited to the customer portal. And so what we're looking here on the screen is that invitation, right? There's a lot of text here, so I'll spare you the need to read it. Basically, it covers, what are some of the options you can do? What are some of the things you can do on the customer portal, as well as what your options are for signing in. And then down near the bottom, which I'd like to point your attention, there is a random string of text out there that is the invitation code. Now that code is unique to you, unique to your invitation. All you need to do at this point of the process is just make note of it. You should not need it, as I'll show you on the next page. But if you need to come back and get it, that's where it's at. So all the way along the bottom there, you've got a link to click here to register, which will take you to the initial page to sign up with an invitation code. Now, as you can see here, that long string of text is pre-populated in this box. However, if you land on this page and it is not there, simply copy and paste the content from the email. Now, I'll also make note of the box right below that shows I have an existing account. Simply ignore that for now, as whether you check it or not, really, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the same options on the next page. So enter the code and select register. We'll take you to the final page where you set up your account access. Now, if you had previously visited the portal or had been invited to it in the past, your screen may look a little different. Here on the left-hand side of the screen, I've got an option to register for a new local account. Had you previously signed in here with a local account, this would just simply say sign in. So that's a good indicator whether or not you should have access to this or not. And if you have the option to sign in, simply use your email and password. And that's something we can reset for you if you don't recall it. Now, in this example, this is a new user. I've never accessed the account, so my options here for signing in are to create a new local account, which we can see on the left side. Enter your email address. And if you have a non-Office 365, so like a gmail.com as I'm using in the example here, this is really your only option. You'll need to use that local account. Create it using your email address and password. Now, if you have an existing Office 365 account that you want to use, you can simply click the O365 login button where you'll be redirected to the Microsoft sign-in page, and you can provide your email address and password for Microsoft to sign in there. Now, very important on this step, the email address that you sign in with has to match what came through in the invitation. So very important, make sure that it matches or else the activation will not succeed. All right, real quick, I'm going to jump over here and just give you a quick demo. As I showed earlier, this is the landing page of the portal. It came right off the Turnkey Tech website. And here we can, of course, manage those support requests. In the middle, we can view our project status or register for upcoming events. I've gone ahead and saved some time here. I'll click through some of these tabs that I already have open. Clicking the support page, or sorry, the support button from the main page will land you on this one. And by default, you're going to see all open cases. Now, I manage support, or I work in support here at Turnkey, so I've got a lot of open support cases here. You will likely not see, at least I hope you do not see this many open support cases on your end. We want to make sure we're getting those closed and resolved quickly. But if, for instance, you do not see anything here, just make note that you can also view any closed cases. So maybe you need to go out and look at a previously resolved case. Maybe the issue is, popping up again, and you want to determine what steps we took to resolve it. Viewing all closed cases, even all open cases, you can now click into and view the information on that case. But high level here at the top, you can see maybe who was assigned to it, what the current resolution was, or what the end result of that case was. Jump back over here to an open case. Sorry, to the open cases page. Now, let's say you're having a new issue that you don't have listed here or nothing to provide. What you're going to do is use this open a new case option, right? And again, to save us some time, I've gone ahead and clicked that here. A couple of things to note. First, the more information you provide when submitting a support case, the better, right? We want to have as much information up front as possible to be able to resolve that quickly. One thing we don't want to do is have to come back and, try to spend a lot of time on collecting additional information when you're in an urgent situation, right? We want to have as much information as possible as we can up front. So use a, descriptive title. Make sure you add as much information as you can in the description as possible. Your customer, now mine says Turnkey Technologies here, your company should be listed here, as well as you should not have the ability to change the customer on your end. And then what you can do, though, is change the primary contact on the case. So this would be who is going to receive the notifications when the case is commented on or updated or otherwise closed. Some additional information that you can provide here. Only one of them is required. These three items here in the middle are required. Just give us an idea of what the case type is. So if that's D365, Office 365, GP related, whatever it may be, you'll have an option in the case type here. Next on priority, and I'd like to say that the nomenclature here should probably change. I actually had a discussion internally about this today. This really is meant to be criticality, right? How critical is this event on your end? Is it, a simple, a nuisance, something that is, you'd like to see resolved, or is it major, right? Is it 911 critical, system down? Make sure you provide your criticality here so that we are alerted to the seriousness of it. And of course, the description will help us do that as well. And then beyond that, there are some additional items that you can add, not required as we can see, but can definitely help us prioritize and make sure that it gets routed to the correct group on our end. How many people are affected, and is this, a production environment, development, or what have you. Further on down the page, of course, we've got some additional fields that you can provide information here, and of course attach a file. So any examples, screenshots that you have of the issue as it is occurring, feel free to attach the file there. Pretty straightforward. Once that case is created, we will be notified on our end, and that case will be assigned accordingly based on the information you've provided, as well as this case type. So make sure you get as close to the actual issue as possible. All right. Jumping beyond support cases, we do also have the ability to see and manage projects in the Turnkey customer portal. Now, whether or not you have a project here listed here will be, is determined on if you have an active project with this or not, and whether or not that project has been made visible. As you can see, I do not have an option to open a new project here or to create a project, as that's something that has to go through some scoping services on our end. But if you have one here, just some high level information, a good, 1,000-foot view of your project, what's the current status, if there's a new status update, how many hours have been used, so on and so forth, as well as the scheduled dates for the project start, end, and go live date. Now, I won't go into too much detail here, but if you are interested in learning more about that, or if you have an existing project and you have access to the portal, or you get access and you don't see your project out here, reach out to your project manager and we can get that added on this end as well. All right, the last page that I want to show you is the events page. You can get to it here from the link or from the home page, and that just allows you to see any upcoming events. And as of now, we only have the current event that we're going through, but I'm sure we will have a new one up here pretty quick for our next plan GP user group meeting. So check out those events and register for them as you can. All right. So since we're talking about portals with Turnkey, I did also want to make you aware that we have another portal available to you as a customer. If you are a CSP customer currently transacting in Microsoft 365, D365, any of the 365s, you may or may not have access to this CSP portal. Also something you can request access to if you want to manage your own licensing, add products, see any previous invoices or usage history, all of the above. You can come into the Turnkey portal, CSP portal, I should say, and view that information. So, I caught the beginning of the GP user group. I know that Chris kind of led us off and opened up about Turnkey, but I just want to take another option to make sure that you know that Turnkey is a tier 1 cloud solution provider and a Microsoft Gold partner. And to tell you what that means for you and your business today, we're going to cover CSP and how your business can take advantage of the solutions and services made available. So to start, you might be asking, well, what is a CSP? A CSP is a cloud solutions provider. And according to Microsoft, a CSP is a company who facilitates access to cloud architecture and provides services that control the functionality of those systems, which is exactly what we at Turnkey want to do here for you. We want to facilitate your access to the cloud. We want to help you service and support that technology. And the CSP program enables us, partners like us, to fully manage the cloud product lifecycle on your end, including M365, O365, Dynamics 365, and Microsoft Azure. All right, so with Turnkey as your CSP, your company benefits from combined services, consulting, and license management capabilities, including expert-led technical support, managed billing, and customization and application development options. Additionally, our consultants offer solution design and strategy sessions, as well as customized training options to fit your needs. Now, if, like many businesses today, you find yourself interested in modernizing the technologies you use to get work done, but you just aren't sure where to start, be sure to reach out and discuss any available promotions from Microsoft that can simplify your journey to the cloud. With options available such as existing technology assessments and incentives designed to reduce the financial burden of moving to the cloud, there is no better time than the present to see what this could look like for you. All right, that actually concludes my demo. Quick and easy. I'm going to pass it back over to Tom. Thanks everybody for watching. If you do have questions, of course, I will take those now. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I didn't see any come
That's
through,
okay.
but
That's what I was going to ask. If you have any questions, type them into the chat if you could. Great presentation.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Wes.
You're very welcome. I'll stop sharing here. Thanks a lot, everyone. And Tom, I think it's back to you.
All right, great. All right, everyone, that concludes day one of the GP user group meeting, June 2022. Look forward to having you join us tomorrow. It's going to be the same link, but we will be starting at 10 a.m. Tomorrow. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Michael Ramatowski, and we'll do our best to answer any questions or any needs, or if you'd like to talk to us more about any of the topics we covered today, be happy to do so. Tomorrow after the meeting, we will be sending out a survey. So keep in mind, we're going to want to get some feedback on what your favorite topics were, what your favorite presentations, presenters, and so we can always improve for the next one. So look forward to talking to you tomorrow. That'll be 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, day 2. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.